You painted that wall the exact color from the paint chip. It looked perfect in the store. Now it's on your wall looking muddy, or worse, a completely different color depending on the time of day. That's not bad luck, that's a mistake almost everyone makes. And today I'm showing you exactly why it happens and how professional designers actually pick paint colors so this never happens to you again. Stay until the end because the mistake in step 4 is the reason most DIY paint jobs fail completely. Quick pause if you're serious about getting your home to actually look designed instead of guessed at. Hit subscribe now. I break down exactly what professionals do differently every single week. No fluff, just the real technique. Alright, let's get your walls right. Understanding undertones. Every single paint color, even white, has an undertone hiding underneath it. This is the number one thing beginners miss. A white can lean warm with a hint of yellow or cream, or it can lean cool with a hint of blue or gray. That hidden undertone is what makes two whites that look identical on the swatch turn out completely different once they're on your wall. The trick professionals use is holding the paint chip against a plain white piece of paper. Whatever tint shows up against that pure white background is the true undertone, and that's the color you need to plan around, not the color you see sitting alone on the shelf. Why lighting changes everything. This is where most people get burned. The paint chip in the store is sitting under bright commercial lighting, nothing like the lighting in your actual room. Natural daylight, warm incandescent bulbs, and cool LED lights each pull out different qualities in a paint color. A soft green sage might look calm and neutral under daylight but turn oddly gray under warm bulb light at night. In 2026, the recommendation from professional colorists is to always test paint samples at 3 different times: morning light, afternoon light, and evening artificial light, before committing to a full room. Room orientation matters more than you think. Here's something most beginners never even consider. The direction your room faces changes how color behaves inside it. North-facing rooms get cooler, flatter light throughout the day, which means colors can look duller or slightly blue-toned. South-facing rooms get warm, strong light most of the day, which makes colors look brighter and can even wash out pale shades. East-facing rooms get warm light in the morning and cooler light in the afternoon. West-facing rooms are the reverse: cool in the morning and warm gold light in the evening. Knowing your room's orientation before you pick a color is the difference between a shade that feels intentional and one that feels off no matter what you do. Mid-video retention line. If this is already changing how you think about your next paint project, stick with me because the next mistake is the one that ruins almost every DIY paint job before it even starts. The sample size mistake. Most people paint one small swatch on the wall and call it done. That is not enough information to make a real decision. A tiny patch surrounded by your existing wall color will always look different than a full wall would. Professional colorists recommend painting a sample at least 2 feet by 2 feet, on more than one wall in the room if possible, especially one that gets direct light and one that doesn't. Let it dry completely and look at it over a full day before deciding. This single step alone prevents the majority of paint color regrets. Using the 60-30-10 rule. Once you've nailed down your undertone and tested your lighting, the next step is balance. Designers use what's called the 60-30-10 rule. 60% of the room is your dominant color, usually the walls. 30% is your secondary color, often furniture or larger textiles. 10% is your accent color, the pop you see in pillows, art, or small decor pieces. Skipping this ratio is why some rooms feel chaotic, even when every individual color choice was technically nice. Balance is what makes a space feel finished instead of thrown together. Warm versus cool and how to choose. There's no universally correct answer between warm and cool tones. It depends on your goals for the room. Warm tones, things like soft terracottas, warm beiges, and buttery creams, make a space feel cozy and inviting, which works beautifully in living rooms and bedrooms. Cool tones like soft blues, sage greens, and cool grays create a calm, airy feeling that works well in bathrooms, home offices, and kitchens. The mistake is picking a tone because it's trending without considering whether it actually matches the mood you want that specific room to have. Testing before you commit. Never skip a real sample test, even if you're confident. Paint a poster board with your sample color instead of painting directly on the wall if you're renting or unsure. This lets you move the board around the room at different times of day and even hold it next to your furniture and flooring to see how it actually interacts with what's already there. This 5-minute extra step saves you from a costly repaint down the line. The finish matters as much as the color. Color choice isn't the only decision that affects how a paint job looks. The finish, whether it's matte, eggshell, satin, or semi-gloss, changes how light reflects off the wall and can make the exact same color look completely different. Matte finishes absorb light and can make colors look richer and more muted, while glossier finishes reflect more light and can make colors look brighter and sometimes more saturated. For most walls, eggshell or satin gives a nice balance, while trim and doors typically look best in a slightly glossier finish for durability and contrast. Choosing the right paint color isn't about luck or trends, it's about understanding undertones, testing your lighting properly, and respecting how your room's orientation changes everything. Follow these steps and you'll never end up with a wall color that looks nothing like what you expected. If this helped you, drop a comment with the room you're planning to repaint next. I'd love to know. And if you want more design breakdowns like this, subscribe now because next week I'm covering the exact color palettes trending in 2026 that make small rooms look bigger. See you in the next one.